Hi everyone, this is Samantha Ward here for this week's discussion on Thomas Jefferson and his legacy. American hero Thomas Jefferson was a remarkable man whose accomplishments have never gone unnoticed. Jefferson was a man who wore many hats. He was a law clerk turned lawyer, a Virginian aristocrat speaking 5 languages, an architect who designed his own mansion, the United States Secretary of State, an ambassador to France, a draftsman of the Declaration of Independence, and both vice president and president of our great country. Jefferson worked his entire life building his legacy. He kept an extensive record of his many accomplishments, and at the end of his life, his only requests were that there be 3 things engraved upon his tombstone: that he authored the Declaration of Independence, he secured the adoption of the Virginia Statute of Religious Liberty, and that he founded the University of Virginia. On October 12, 1776, Jefferson introduced a proposal to the Virginia legislature to revise the state's legal code. His proposal was approved and passed 2 weeks later on October 26th. Jefferson was assigned a committee to help alter, amend, repeal, and introduce all of the many laws of the Commonwealth. Committee members included Edmund Pendleton, George Mason, and Thomas Ludwell Lee. According to this week's article by Daniel Driesbach, Pendleton's contribution was minor, while much of the work was assigned to Lee and Mason. Eventually, the majority of the work fell on Jefferson. Driesbach notes that no one took on a more prominent role in the legal reforms than Jefferson, and no one had more influence on Virginia laws than Jefferson. The committee reconvened on January 13, 1777, to make clear objectives and to redistribute the work among themselves. On June 18, 1779, the Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates reported that the Committee of Revisers prepared 126 bills total. Several bills that were deemed most important were promptly enacted, while the majority were shelved for the next half-decade. On October 31st, 1785, Jefferson's dream came true again when the remaining 118 bills were reintroduced to the Virginia legislature. 35 bills were adopted on this date, and another 23 a year later. Jefferson's bill is for establishing religious freedom, or better known as Bill number 82, was the most celebrated bill, being signed into law January 1786. Jefferson never gave up on his dream, he never gave up on his dream to change and improve Virginia's laws, and he did just that. This was just one brick of Jefferson's work and legacy. Some choose to criticize his work and choices, while others elevate him to an extremely high or godlike status. But it's my personal opinion that Jefferson had the best of intentions and left behind a legacy that we continue to discuss today. Thank you, guys.